good Aramut or Dhamma brothers and Dhamma sister. Now, thank you so much that we Bandura said that. Very nicely to invite me to speak out. So today's our discussion topic is how to balance between the theory and practicality according to Buddhist perspective. So this is also the most important to discuss because of the what is the theory? Theory means to learn the process to get a lot of knowledge from the Buddha teachings. Now most of now we study the Buddha teachings. So when I enter, so we get a lot of knowledge from the Buddha teaching. This is knowing the Buddha teaching. We are knowing the Buddha teaching. Now that is we can say the practicality sadhana. It means to learn the Buddha teachings. Also now we study the Buddha teachings everywhere in our country or Thailand to study many years. That's why we get a lot of knowledge from Buddha teaching. This is all of the theory. We know the Buddha teaching. Now in our country, the most of majority of the Buddhist monastery education center, they opened Priyadi Sadhana. Only they teach the Buddha teaching, they did the practice, they did apply the Buddha teaching. So actually they don't practice the Buddha teaching. Just learning, just study Buddha teaching. But first we had to learn the Buddha teaching. Now this so only do we learn the Buddha teaching, we study Buddha teaching. Not enough to study Buddha teaching. We have to practice, practically we have to practice the Buddha teaching. So what is the theory? Theory means that what is the practicality? What is the practicality? Practicality means the pripatti sasana. Pripatti sasana. Now the most of people to go to forest to practice the meditation. Just they practice the Buddha teaching, they only forget to practice the Buddha teaching. So pripatti sadhana. We had the three kinds of sadhana: priyadi sadhana, pripatti sadhana, priveda sadhana. So priyadi sadhana means the theory. We learn, we study Buddha teaching every year. Priveda sadhana means pripatti sadhana means to practice the Buddha teaching. It's practically to practice the Buddha teaching. Nowadays, according to the Dhamma, one of the Yamaga, the Buddha mentions the three kinds of the prajna. So the first is jnana prajna, titrana prajna, vana prajna. So jnana prajna means the knowing the dukkha disa, samudaya disa. This is also theory. Knowing the dukkha disa. So now we get the 5 aggregates. We know. So our body and mind, we know the dukkha disa, what is the samudaya disa. So knowing the Buddha teaching, especially the dukkha disa, samudaya disa. Only we know the Buddha teaching. This also calls the Jnana Prajna, means the theory. To study, to learn the Buddha teaching, to nourish the Dukkha Disa, Asunya Disa. Now the second, the Titrana Prajna. Titrana Prajna means we have to practice the Buddha teaching. We have to practice our, what is Dukkha Disa, what is Summo Disa. We have to practice that daily. So even though we know the Dukkha Disa, Summo Disa, we have to practice this Sukha Samudaya. And the last one is the Pahana Prajna, means we have to integrate Dukkha Disa and Samudaya Disa. So that's why now we study in Thailand. So most of the students to study BA, MA, PhD. For a BA, we learn many years. For 4 years, for a BA student, they study the Buddha teaching as a 4 year. They get a lot of knowledge from Buddha teaching. As well, the MA also is 2 year, which is also 2 years. We learned many years to get a lot of knowledge from the Buddha teaching. This is knowing the Buddha teaching. Yet we know theory. We didn't practice practically. So last few days, so we know there are one of the manas. One of the manas there. His mind is very confusing because he drinks the missing the waters and Srinaisa. So this is, we know. Yeah, this is he learned many Buddha teaching. He studied many Buddha teaching, but he later to practice the mindfulness meditation. That's why he is losing the mindfulness. This is the first problem. We have to practically to practice the Buddha meditation. We can solve our mental problem, mental suffering. If we know that only the Buddha teaching, we cannot solve our mental problem. So practically can solve our mental problem. So that's why how to balance between the theory and practically. Every day we have to practice the mindfulness meditation. Many times people go to bed. We have to practice the mindfulness meditation to apply our theory. If we don't apply our theory, we cannot solve our mental problem, our mental suffering, our mental disorder. So when we feel the mental suffering and mental disorder, we cannot solve this theory. So you practice every day, we can solve our mental problem. That's why we have to practice every day. Before go to bed, after I get to practice the mindfulness. Even though we practice every day, so we have to balance between the theory and practically to solve our mental problem. So thank you so much.